me Apurva Jaisamha and you're with me on G for GST. We are here today to quickly get updated about the various GST return extensions that have come as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic outbreak. There are usually so many GST returns that we file every month. Not just the GSTR 3B involving tax payment, there is GSTR 1 which is your statement of outward supplies, then there is ISD return, there is TDS and TCS returns, etc. Now we are stuck in a situation where companies are unable to pass entries, account for input tax credit, issue invoices and pay taxes on time. So it is for this reason that Madam Finance Minister in a press release or a press meet on 24th of March has announced that there would be many return extensions not only from statutory but also from regulatory compliances. And this decision was given the legal sanctification by way of issuing an ordinance, taxation and other laws, relaxation of certain provisions ordinance issued on 31st March, followed by a host of notifications that came out on 3rd April 2020. These notifications not only extended the return due dates but also gave relaxation to different types of statutory and regulatory compliances that we have to do on a monthly basis, all of which are due during these months of March, April and May. So let's get rolling to see how these extensions pan out to be. So firstly, we will be starting off with GSTR 1, which is a return for your statement of outward supplies where you disclose invoice level information about what sales you made to whom and all that. So this is usually due on 11th of the next month. That means for the month of March, it is due on 11th April. For April, it is due on 11th May and so on and so forth. So these returns for the months of March, April and May, the entire GSTR 1 returns can be filed on or before 30th of June 2020. So there is a universal extension which is applicable for GSTR 1 returns since it is merely a statement of tax payment. It does not affect your treasuries or revenue accruing to the government. So it is given a universal deadline for all these 3 months of March, April and May to be filed on or before 30th of June. For all those taxpayers who have opted for quarterly filing of GSTR 1, that is when your turnover is less than 1.5 crore. So you can opt for a quarterly return filing. So in such cases, for the quarter ended March 31st, 2020, your GSTR 1, which was originally due to be filed on or before 30th April, can also be filed on or before 30th of June. All intermittent returns such as GSTR 6 for ISD, GSTR 7 for TDS, GSTR 8 for TCS, which were also due on different dates of these 3 months, stand unanimously extended up to 30th of June. So GSTR 3B is the most crucial return because it is a return that involves tax payment. Normally it is due on 20th of the next month. Already considering the fact that there is a lot of traffic on the GST common portal by 20th of every month and it is leading to several disruptions in the return filing process, the government has given a staggered timeline to file your monthly GSTR 3Bs. So for small taxpayers whose aggregate turnover is up to 5 crore rupees, you need not rush to file your GSTR 3B by 20th. You can file your GSTR 3B either by 22nd or by 24th, depending upon which state you are located in. So for all these states, the due date for filing GSTR 3B is 22nd, whereas for all these states, the due date for filing GSTR 3B is 24th of every month. Now here it is important to note that the staggered return filing of 22nd and 24th is applicable only for small taxpayers whose turnover is not exceeding 5 crore rupees. But for all those taxpayers whose turnover is exceeding 5 crores, your due date would normally continue to be 20th of every month. First, let us talk about the biggest of the big taxpayers, that is taxpayers having an aggregate turnover of more than 5 crore rupees in the preceding financial year. So these taxpayers normally file their GSTR 3Bs by 20th of the next month. However, these taxpayers are now given a 15-day interest-free extension. So the due date will be 15 days from the date on which their original return was originally due. So essentially meaning that for the month of March, while your GSTR 3B was due to be filed on 20th of April, you can now file it up to 4th of May and this 15-day period will not attract any interest. Any delay beyond a period of 15 days will now attract interest at a reduced rate of 9% instead of the original rate of 18%. And all of this would hold good and would hold stand if and only if all the GSTR 3B returns for the months of February, March and April are properly filed before 24th June 2020. So while each of these months enjoy an interest-free 15-day extension, overall, even the reduced rate of 9% for every day of delay beyond 15 days concept would hold good. You would be eligible to opt for it if you ensure that your returns for the month of February, March and April are furnished before 24th June 2020. Now let us talk about the next strata of taxpayers, that is taxpayers having an aggregate turnover of exceeding 1.5 crores but up to 5 crore rupees in the preceding financial year. So these taxpayers are given a bigger level of relief. So for the month of February and March returns, you can file them up to 29th June 2020, and April return, which is due on 20th May, can be filed up to 30th June without any interest. This strata of taxpayers is much at relief when compared to the above 5 crore strata of taxpayers, because they have only a 15-day interest-free extension. Whereas up from 1.5 to 5 crore strata of taxpayers, for February and March, there is a total interest-free extension up to 29th June. And for April, there is a total interest-free extension up to 30th June. Now let us discuss about the much lower strata of taxpayers, that is taxpayers having aggregate turnover of up to 1.5 crores in the preceding financial year. So these taxpayers are getting much better and larger extensions. So February return, which is normally due on 22nd or 24th of the next month after the relief that I explained you earlier, is now due on 30th of June. Similarly, March 2020 return, which was again due either on 22nd or 24th of April, is extended up to 3rd of July. So March return can be filed up to 3rd of July. And similarly, April return is extended up to 6th of July. All these extensions, whether it is for February, which is due on 30th June, March, which is due on 3rd July, or April, which is due on 6th July, is completely interest-free. So as you can see, most of June you will be completely consumed in filing your returns for the months of February, March and April. The government has also extended the returns which are due in the month of June, which typically pertain to the month of May. So while your May GSTR 3B is due on 20th of June, for all those categories of taxpayers whose aggregate turnover exceeds 5 crore rupees, the date is moved from 20th June to 27th of June. So you have got a 7-day extension for the month of May. And for all those category of taxpayers whose turnover is up to 5 crore rupees, which are located in these states, the due date is pushed to July. So 12th July is your due date for the month of May's GSTR 3B. And for all these states taxpayers, GSTR 3B for the month of May is further pushed to July 14th, 2020. So as you may see above, that the government has given quite a lot of extensions for those taxpayers whose turnover does not exceed 5 crore rupees. There is absolutely no interest at all. And even for those taxpayers whose turnover exceeds 5 crore rupees, the government has given a 15-day interest-free extension on a month-on-month basis. Now you may also have a query, what happens to the late fee? Because we know that the moment you do not file your GSTR 3B within the given timeline, the GST Common Portal auto-populates a late fee. So for this purposes, the government has completely waived off this late fee for across all categories of taxpayers and across all categories of GST returns to be filed. So even if your GSTR 3B is getting delayed beyond a given period of 15 days per se, there would not be any late fee that is auto-populating on the portal. Here it is also important to give you an update about how the government has relaxed the compliance requirement of Rule 36 Sub-Rule 4 of the CGST rules. This Rule 36 Sub-Rule 4 was introduced in October 2019 last year as a measure to keep a control of the ITC that you avail, which has not auto-populated in your GSTR 2A. Originally it was 20% and it has been further reduced to 10% in December. Now with all these universal extensions of GSTR 1, one may actually get confused as to how to comply with this Rule 36 Sub-Rule 4 when my vendors are not obligated to file their GSTR1 by the stipulated date of 11th of the next month. So it is for this reason that the monthly compliance requirement of Rule 36 Sub Rule 4 has been relaxed by the government. So as a measure to relax this compliance, the government has now made it cumulative. So the compliance under 36(4) has to be checked for the month starting from February 2020 up to August 2020 in one shot, and the plus minus ITC adjustment has to be given in the return to be filed in for the month of September 2020. So normally also otherwise September 2020 return is very crucial because it is the return through which we do our ITC reconciliation and ensure that we have taken all the missed ITC belonging to FY 1920 financial year. And the significance of this September 2020 return is now enhanced one step further because the Rule 36 Sub Rule 4 compliance of the 10% ITC restriction is to be now checked cumulatively for all the GSTR 2As and the returns that we have already filed starting from February 2020 up to August 2020. So I hope all of you were able to get an understanding about how the GST return extensions have panned out after the host of notifications that were issued on 3rd April. So standing today, the lockdown is extended even up to 3rd of May, which essentially means that the workforce will be resuming only on 4th of May. So we are expecting further extensions because the 15-day period for the month of March is finishing on 4th of May. So it is not possible to just resume office that day and then ensure your returns are filed. There may be a lot of hurdles to reach there so far. So there may come an extension further for the month of March at least, which we have to wait and see. So to stay updated about how GST extensions are panning out to be, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon.